Hey guys, in this video we're going to be covering the two German formats, so XRechnung and ZUGFeRD. Each format has its own little details that we need to cover, but basically they're all just two ways of e-invoicing in Germany. Both formats will be sent to your customers via email, so there's a few things we need to set up in Chargebee for that to work. In any case, let's first set up Invopop and then we can talk about Chargebee. So in Invopop you'll be needing one of two workflows, either the ZUGFeRD or the XRechnung one. I'm going to start with the ZUGFeRD one since it's a bit simpler, and then we can go over to XRechnung. So I'm going to load the template. I've already enabled the CIA app, which you'll have to do clicking on apps and looking for the app named UNCFACT CII app. This just generates the standard CII invoices, which ZUGFeRD and XRechnung both use. In this case, we'll import Chargebee document, download the PDF. ZUGFeRD is a PDF first, and then an XML is embedded into it. So we first download the Chargebee PDF, create the actual XML, and then we embed one into another. This is then updated into Chargebee, and Chargebee uses that to send the email. So we can save this and publish. The other alternative for this workflow is the XRechnung. XRechnung is a bit more complicated. It's usually used in B2G, but can be used in B2B. In this case, we enable the XRechnung workflow, and we load the template. This, as you can see, has a bit more steps. So in this case, we have the banking details. Here, you'll be able to add your BIC and IBAN. This instruction only triggers if there's no payment instructions or it's a credit transfer. This occurs when Chargebee has a payment method offline or payment method credit transfer. We have no way of knowing where to transfer those funds, what bank account, and this is a requirement for XRechnung. So we add those here. We add these payment instructions with a credit transfer and the key credit transfer. Then the next other thing that's important is if you plan on working with late wig IDs, you're probably adding these into the purchase order in Chargebee. But this purchase order maps into what we treat as a purchase order, but XRechnung expects this in a field called a buyer reference. So what we map to buyer reference is ordering code. So this little function, what this does is if the ordering code is not present, then if ordering purchases is present, we map one to the other. This basically just ensures that you move one field from another if both are not present and if everything is where it's supposed to be. Then finally, we add the add-on for XRechnung. This just adds, behind the scenes, it adds the add-on for the EN 16931, the European standard, and on top it adds specific rules for Germany, such as the banking information and so on. Then we generate a XRechnung, and we update back into Chargebee, which it will also use to generate the PDF. Then we can save the draft and publish. In both these cases, whichever workflow we do want to use, we just go to Configure Chargebee, update settings, and then here, choose the workflow. In this case, let's say we want to do XRechnung. We want to save and close. Now, for both of these, or either of these to work, you do need to speak with your Chargebee representative or contact support. As you have seen in our docs, we do need to enable a feature flag for Chargebee named Send E-invoice Notification. This is just Chargebee's way of knowing that they need to wait for our PDF or for our XML and send that instead of what they have generated. This also requires a few other conditions, which I'll mention now. So this will only work for German and Spanish entities, as these are the ones that are email related and PDF related. The other thing we do need to add is the custom field Invopop include. So the Invopop include custom field is a custom field that allows you to filter which customers you do not need to include in Invopop and which customers you do want to include. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow the rest of the guides and let us know if you have any questions. Reach out to the community and read through our docs.